Hi, my name is Newell Davis with World Composting. Today we're going to do an update on our pine shaving bin. So this is the worm bin that has pine shavings in it instead of the normal cocoa coir or hardwood pellets or my primary bedding of cardboard in it. So it's been going for quite a while now, and it's been another 15 days since my last update when we added food. So let's take a look, see if they've worked their way through that food and see if it needs more or more moisture or how it's doing. I think last time it was a little bit wet, but I think that's okay right now. As long as it's not like saturated on the bottom where you have a couple, like water sitting on the bottom. It was able to, you move the material out of the way and it looked fine. But let's take a look and see how it's doing, and I think we'll probably add some more food to it this time as well. So let's go and take a look. All right, so here we go. Here's our bin. Let's take off these pieces of plastic here. And I see lots of this gray material in here. I'm guessing that is dead bugs or springtails, I think, that have made their way up. So if you can see those over there, this is actually a pile, I think, of dead springtails. So I'm kind of surprised to see that, but that doesn't, well, not really, I guess. I guess they've climbed up there and dried out and died. But that's fine. So let's move these off to the side. There's a little bit of material stuck to the top of them. That's okay. And this is what our bin looks like. So it's looking pretty good. It's starting to darken up a little bit. I've got my gloves on here. And I don't remember where I fed last, but let's just dig over on this side first. And I see one worm, two worms, one right there. Let's just turn up the... Actually, hold on. I see a cocoon right there as well. I think that's one of the first cocoons I've really seen in this system. But that's looking good. I'm glad to see a cocoon in there. Not much on this going on this side though, as far as activity. I see another couple worms over here, but not much really going on. So we're going to put that back and sort of put that back over there. So let's put this down, push this down a little bit. Might give you a better view there. Now let's just dig right in the center here and take a look. Not much going on here either. There's a couple worms in the center there. We can see them in here. Overall, material feels pretty squishy. So there's definitely a moisture in here. It definitely feels like it's a good moisture content. I could probably squeeze out more than a couple drops. I could probably squeeze out, a good amount, maybe 10 drops out of it, especially in this bottom section. You can tell the top's a lot drier, and it kind of gets more moist by the bottom. But overall, not many worms I'm seeing in here, which is a little bit worrisome. Last time I think there was quite a few. But again, it's not looking bad. The material, though, it's starting to break down. You could tell it's getting that look into it of that it's getting the castings mixed in with it. Now, right here, it's probably our lightest area, and I'm hoping that this is the side that we fed on last time, and that's where all the worms are. And it looks like that is the case. You can really see them working around in here. Let's just see right here. It looks like we've got no smell or anything. Actually, it's a little bit of a citrus smell. We can see there's a big pile of worms in here. So they're still working on this side. And this thing is just a worm ball almost. I mean, you can just see. You can just see all the worms in there. So they're really going to town on this stuff right here. And that's where they are. They're still on this side. I feel more food over here as well. And I'm right. There's more food and more worms. We've got some carrot in there, it looks like. But they are still going to town on this side of the bin. And this side still looks like it has a good amount of food left too. I mean, actually there's even more food over here. This is definitely an orange rind that they're breaking apart, or a clementine peel, I should say. I guess not orange really. So they are still going to town on this stuff. I don't think we're going to feed right now. I don't want to add more food. By the way, this has a very, very good smell to it. It smells like the clementine peels. Let's just do one more little dig in this corner right here and just see. Yep, even more food over here. So there's way more food than we need in here right now. I'm not going to add any more, even though it's been 2 weeks. I think we did a pretty large feeding last time. So it's time to just let these guys be and see if they can finish this off before we add more. Because I don't want to overfeed them and have it where it's It's not healthy. So the only thing I'm just realizing though is I don't really have any way to mark where I last fed them, and that's worrisome when I open this up and I didn't see anything. So maybe we should add something in here to mark that. Let's just see, do I have anything around here? I don't think I do. Yeah, I don't really have anything to mark this really as far as where we last fed, but maybe I'll find something, or maybe what I'll do is I'll start moving. As you can see, this label on the front, maybe I'll move that down over to here. We'll mark, and actually I'm going to mark this down right here. This is our last feeding, so I'm just going to move this down right here to say, hey, it was fed here on 5/8. We're not adding any more food here. We're not going to change anything. We're just going to continue to let this go. And I think with that, we're going to just close this back up. I don't see any reason to do anything in here right now. And, you know, we'll just let them see if they can take care of this. So we'll smooth this back out. I'm not seeing any major issues in here. Could be a little bit more dry, but it's really not that bad. So let's go ahead and close this up. And we're going to call that an update. Unfortunately, no food this time. But actually, oh wait, hold on here. While I'm looking at this, I'm looking at this bag here. If you see right there, there's a cocoon. So even they're laying these cocoons on the surface up here. I'll pick this one up right there. You can see right there in my hand, there's a cocoon. So, and actually there's another one on here too. It looks like right here at the top. So they're laying cocoons. This is something I did see. Actually, this one's already hatched. It looks like this one has already hatched. I've noticed that it's broken on the other side. But that's one thing I have noticed with these bags on top. They do like to lay cocoons right near them. So, and as I said, it looks like there's not a lot of those little jumpers on here, the springtails. I am quite surprised. I mean, a lot of them must have died on the coming up to the surface for some reason, and ended up dying out. So. Actually, you can see them. I can't really zoom in on this, but you can see there's a whole bunch of gray bodies in here, and I'm guessing these are all dead springtails. So I'm just going to dump those in here. I don't need to keep them in the bag. But, I'm not sure what killed them off or why they were all leaving. I don't know if it was too wet or too dry, or the conditions just weren't right for them. So they got out of town and they ended up dying on the outside of the paper here, or the plastic. So that's my update. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, of course, please let me know. And leave a comment on what you think of this camera angle and everything. I know one person said that they like this lower camera angle. I'm going to play around with it a little bit, see if I can get something a little better. I noticed that the top-down angle wasn't quite as good. And also, let me know what you think about the filming on this one. This is a slightly different camera that I'm using, or lens. So let me know what you think about this video down in the comments. And thank you for watching.